to be on tour all the time, well, especially on this tour, is kind of well, boring is not the word, but it can be very boring. All you see is a tour bus, roads, dressing rooms, Alan, and then some. No, but I mean it's really nice. But I mean it's not as thrill and excitement as people think it is. There's a lot of killing time. So pretty much what you're waiting for every day is those hour and a half when you be on stage and playing.
Touring is great. There's a lot of wasted time. You don't really have any privacy. You can't like close your door and say, okay, this is my room. Just don't exist. So being in a tour bus is like no privacy. But being an old road warrior, you know what it's all about. I mean, that's it. Even before the tour starts, you know what it's all about. And that's rock and roll. And then again, I mean, that's what you really like. And once you're on the tour, it's great because, I mean, there's so many great times, so many good times, because it's like being with a band is like everything becomes like a little family.
So, Mr. Cox, what are we doing now?
We are spicing up the food. No, just a little bit, because
someone told us the free first.
I'm in charge of the super glue, man. Put it on your foreskin and you won't be able to take a piss. That's how you do hot sex, by the way.
The truth is, you really enjoy the company of the guys, and I do. So do I. Even after so many years, after 30 years of more than 30 years of touring the world, being in a bus, still a great deal of fun. It's so cool. But I mean, I think it was. I mean, it sounds like a cliche, but I think it was Charlie Watts who once said that what is touring like is like waiting for 22 hours and then playing for 2 hours, you know. And that's a lot of wasted time, and you smoke a lot of cigarettes, especially when you're a heavy smoker than I am.
You do it. Behåll.
Catering, and in the catering is where they get the food, and that's also where they harmonize, which they normally never do, especially not on the stage when Cox is around. But this is the peace area. Enjoy your meal.
Are we going?
Yeah, we're going. Mushy. Yeah, we are.
Big fuck! Alan, hold on.
I mean, touring is. I mean, even before a tour, when you're getting close to like my age, it's like fuck, how am I going to survive this? But when you're in it, it's great. I mean, even though you feel like you've been there, done that, you know, it's still a lot of fun. And right now in Pretty Maids, but during the last couple of years, we have a great band. It's great guys. Socially, the band is functioning very well, and it's just good fun. We're still having a hell of a lot of good times, and what happens is that I mean, when you're touring, you know, you lose all sense of what day is it, what week are we in, and stuff like that, you know. But then again, when you were touring, it's like when you start off, you think, oh, this is going to be for 5-6 weeks or something, but suddenly it's all over, and there's this silence, which I'm afraid of, because I don't like silence. Oh, I miss my family.
Some of you people out there might know we got a new album on the streets, or let's just say recently a new album. It's an album called Motherland. And here's a song from that album. This is a song called Sad to See You Suffer.
I mean, living in a tour bus, you know, it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a little respect from everybody, you know. It's like, you know, some days, some guys in the band want to party. As a matter of fact, most days.
No.
There we go.
This is, by the way, courtesy of our good friend Michael Unger.
Yes.
From some fucking weird tank company in Germany. He used to be a Nazi, but he's all right now.
My views.
And
So this is for Vuurt and Michael Unger.
yeah, and his.
Vuurt. What a good tank, right?
If you want to know how rock stars, because we look at ourselves every morning we get up as rock stars, live. That's it. That's it. We have a coffee machine, reliable. Bottle of champagne.
Breakfast. Okay, let's do that at the
I
same
think
time.
that's too late now.
Let's do that. We will enjoy this human flesh with a nice bottle of Chianti.
Fuck you, man. You fucking asshole.
And just for the show.
Okay.
I send you a message on Facebook.
Yeah.
You tell you.
Okay, how do we get? If you try from your end.
We can take picture. This is my girlfriend.
Yeah?
She's going to take a picture, please.
This is the girlfriend.
Thank you. Happy birthday. See you later.
So,
Now we go to sleep.
it's my birthday today.
Yes.
Second time this year.
Cool.
Tour prank. Very funny, very funny, very funny, very funny. Happy birthday to you.
So what you gonna do now?
Take another one.
Yeah.
I'll take it. The singers.
King! Hey! King of the world!
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday.
Now we in Bilbao. This is a special thing that comes from the Basque country. It's dog asses, dog assholes, which are really, which are fried. Then you put a little lemon on top of it. It's really delicious. No, I'm joking. This is Bilbao. This is great food. No, but those who don't want to party, they normally take a bunk, far away from the from the party lounge. And the people who are in the party lounge, respect that, and that's the way it should be. It takes a lot of discipline. There's not a lot of room. There's not a lot of space. You think there's not a lot of room being in an airplane, traveling overseas or whatever. The tour bus is much worse.
Wir sind mit Musikpub-TV hier am Rock in Trieste und haben gerade schon den Headliner zu uns geholt. Pretty Maids aus Dänemark sind.
I mean, the more albums you've done, of course, we play quite a lot of the old stuff as well. More stuff is fun. The more,
So, what are you expecting for tonight? For the show?
Tonight, Germany, for instance, that's really different to the way that we act. Some places are more like, it's a bit more crazy now.
Inzwischen hat sich übrigens auch noch das zweite Originalmitglied von der Band eingeschlichen. Hello. Hello. Well, nice to meet you too.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Do you think the scene, music scene at all has changed?
Since it started, oh yeah.
And since you started especially?
Yeah. Now they got 7-string guitars. When we started, they only had 6-string guitars. So even another 10 years, I have 8-string guitars.
And did the audience change?
Well, they definitely grew.
Some of them, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I mean, I think our audience is pretty much the same. It's older.
Days off, days on, it's different from days off to when we actually gig in. What can I say? On a day off, people tend to relax more, sleep a little bit longer on the bus, and everybody respects everybody's privacy in the bunk, and don't shout too loud. After a show, it might be different, might have a few drinks on the bus and before going on the bus and stuff like that. So there's a lot of traveling involved in playing those 2 hours every night. So we appreciate everybody who comes out, and we just try to make everybody feel involved. And it's like a whole energy thing going back and forth. So I can just say that the traveling is worth the wait to play those 2 hours.
So what's this?
It's a little mix I did.
Yeah,
I got in the kitchen like 3 hours ago.
a little takeaway.
Yeah, no, it's just like, 3 hours ago I started, took some flour, put this together and did all this.
Oh, you made it. Oh.
Yeah, I'm the one making this.
Then the chips. And
Yeah.
yeah. Cool.
It's very good.
Tasty.
Tasty, and it's good for you.
Oh my god, I feel the chili over here from my hands. My nose,
But remember, 1, 2, and 3 is fucked.
Yeah. Chili.
Gesundheit.
Cachon.
Gesundheit is German for
Gracias.
As we're moving into England, I would like to share something with you guys out there, you fellows. This is a little hamlet for you. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in the pity pays from day to day, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Without brief candle, life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets as her upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It's a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing.
Well spoken, my friend.
That's it.
How the hell do you know such things?
I don't know.
No, we're absolutely not always in agreement talking about picking the songs from the set. I mean, we all individually got our own, favorite tracks to play, and we also got some tracks we hate to play, but that we have to play because that's what the fans expect us to play. But I guess it's some kind of a combination, really. We try to please the fans, try to please ourselves, and then again, some songs just doesn't work live the way they work on an album. So, it's a little mixed, really. That's kind of difficult. But we try. But I guess it's always more fun to play some of the new stuff you've just done, than playing all the oldies, But and then again, we have to play songs like Future World, Red Hot and Heavy, back to back, and even songs from Pandemonium like Little Drops of Heaven and I Envy You. I think has turned into some kind of classics for us anyway, even though they're pretty new. But we try to please everybody, including ourselves. Well, the reason we're doing, me and Kenny had the idea of doing something like this all the way back in February, March this year, or 2013. And we actually just wanted to do it to not to waste any time, to see if we could record something in between touring and stuff like that, which is what we've done, But we wanted actually to start in April. But it wasn't until August we actually got together because of all the summer festivals and people with obligations to do whatever their individual schedules and stuff like that. So, we spent like a week in August where we wrote the 4 new songs on the album, and then went straight in to do the basic tracks after that, and then the Motherland tour started, So now then we went into the studio again in October, November to finish the stuff off. And the reason why we're doing this was also another reason why we're doing old material is that we just try to see how these songs would sound like today when they went through Jacob Hansen's hands. And also, because what we've done on the last couple of albums, we've done the 2 previous albums, we've the previous albums, we spent a lot of time detuning the guitar because it gives got much fatter sound, Now, right now I'm looking at Ken Hammer's ass. Well, okay. No, we tried to detune the guitars. It gives a much thicker sound to it, and that's the way Jacob normally works. And so we just wanted to see how these songs would sound like when they went through Jacob's hands.
Meget godt.
Jeg kom bare til at springe. Der er en streng, der ikke rigtig for at slå det an.
I got connected with Pretty Maids through. I think it was actually I was working with Volbeat, and we were talking. There was this journalist guy from a newspaper called BT in Denmark, Stefan Jungersen. He was there, and we were, I don't know, the talk came, I don't know how we got into that talk, but we talked about Pretty Maids and how, you know, how great this band was, but their last albums were kind of, I don't know, not really working, we thought. Well, the sound-wise, production, everything was kind of stagnating for them, we thought, and it was like, it's a pity, you know. And Stefan said, hey, why don't you produce the Pretty Maids album? And I said, well, because they don't contact me. So, and I think we somehow ended with the, you know, in the discussion where we were gonna, Stefan, the journalist, were gonna tell Pretty Maids, hey, come on guys, talk to Jacob about your new album, see what comes up and maybe try it out. And the same Michael from Volbeat, he was also calling Ken Hammer, I think, and saying, hey, Jacob is interested in working with you, so why don't you hook up and see what happens. I think that was it, and suddenly I had this phone call from Ronnie saying, hey, you know, you want to come to a meeting and we should talk and see where it goes and see if we have a chemistry or something. And I thought it kind of clicked from the very beginning, just at that meeting.
Visions went astray, living with the scars of yesterday to remind us. Well, the concept, the whole idea behind the DVD thing was that to bring maybe some old stuff from the private gems, you know, that I had on the V8 recordings, but some of that stuff didn't turn out as good as we thought it would be. So it's a kind of a mix between maybe some old stuff, some interviews, some. We brought this genius guy along on the Motherland tour, you know, and he filmed a lot. So it's going to be like a kind of a road movie, I guess. I mean, we got some stuff from when we played Wacken. We got some stuff there. We got some stuff for the Motherland tour. We got some stuff from Japan, you know. So, you know, to give people a little. To let the fans see what actually goes on the tour bus, what goes on behind the stage, and stuff like that. Because I remember myself when I was a kid, I would have loved to see that, you know. And I guess these days it's a bit easier to do it. I mean, than it was back then. I guess I don't know, but I mean it's always fun to see what goes on backstage, you know, and how's the guy in the band, how do they react to in certain situations and stuff like that. So we try to give people a little bit of everything, really.
Cold future world. But if you want to hear anybody, you gotta make some fucking noise! Yay! Alright, okay, we can mind just going to introduce this next song. It's really first. It's all about 1969, Vietnam, Bruce Springsteen, and all that stuff.
some of us slaves. Come on! Whoa! When we're sitting there all around in mission, we're the victims that don't die. When yellow red, we've seen them dying in the fields in yellow red. Just like at night, we're in the night without a shield. Oh, no, try to forget, but you just won't go. Oh, no, never in the memories, come on. Else just a thousand miles away. Oh, no, just like at night, it's in a fight without a shield when you're red. You see them dying when you're red. Just like at night, it's in the fight without a shield.
til jer, kan I høre. Vi får lige en forsikring.
Det var mit receptsæt.
Det var ikke mere nakke.
How much time? 8 minutes. Jeg sætter mig lige...
I think my best tour memory is, that's kind of difficult to say. I mean, there's so many great tour memories, I guess, because I always really loved touring. I mean, it's fun when you're out there. I mean, sometimes in the beginning of a tour you think, oh, how the fucking hell am I going to survive this, But the good thing about this band is that we always tend to have a lot of fun being on the road. Being on a tour bus, it takes a lot of discipline and stuff like that, but but we always having good fun. I think probably some of the best memories are probably back in the '80s on the Future World Tour, on the Red Hot and Heavy, and the Jump the Gun tours and stuff like that. Syndicate to a certain extent. I mean, there was a huge focus on Pretty Maids back then, and we played big halls and bigger venues than we do today because it was a different time. But that's all great memories, playing some of the real big, like the Monsters of Rock festivals in 1987, was fantastic. I mean, we were pretty young and naive back then. I don't really think we knew how big we were back then, because we were pretty big, It was a real good time in general for a lot of heavy metal bands and hard rock bands.
So, Mr. Cox, what do you think about this tour?
I don't know. I'm just in it for the money.
On top of the tank, inside the two holes, there's chairs below. You stand on the chairs and you can hold yourself left and right. There's like a railing around where you can hold yourself.
Inside?
Yeah, inside. You are up to here inside the tank. You wear earphone speakers with a microphone. You communicate with him. If anything is wrong, you can tell him through the speaker. You don't drive it, you are riding it. He's driving it. I shoot some shit. Wild tank.
It's nothing like a war on a Tuesday morning. The smell of napalm makes you happy.
I can't renounce to what I am, for I am just a man. But do the things that I do, live the life I want to. And why does that provoke you? And why so serious? Am I so different to yourself? I've had my misdemeanors, did my share of failures. You find me irresponsible. No one gives you the right to question my behavior. You're much too blind to see. It's my reality. I do the things that I do. Live the life I want to. And why does that provoke you?
Jeg kan fortælle jer en historie.
Ein wieder Montag oder Dienstag? Nee, Montag. Ich muss am Dienstag ins Krankenhaus. Ich werde operiert.
Allan, siger det. Det er helt mørkt. Ja, det skal nok være fra den anden side.
We already knew it was going to be tough to follow up Pandemonium, because that was a real successful album. And even though we actually managed to come up with Motherland, which is, I'd say, in the same family as Pandemonium, or in the same league, but it's different anyway. And I guess the only thing you can do is that, write as good songs as you possibly can, and get the best out of it anyway. I mean, I'm not so afraid anymore. I mean, you just have to do your best every time, and I'm sure we'll come up with some good stuff. Absolutely. It might take a little different turn than Motherland, maybe. I can't tell yet. It's difficult for me to say right now. But I'm not scared of doing it. I'm pretty sure. We were already, as I said, we were concerned following Pandemonium up, but we succeeded pretty well. I think Motherland even got even better reviews than Pandemonium, maybe. I don't know. But people's got different taste anyway. But we're going to stick to the same formula as we've done the last couple of years.
What time is winter? Little drops of heaven.
Put your hands, come on.
Working with Pretty Maids is, to me, it's really great because they also, when I met them the first time, the feeling was that the band was completely open to my suggestions. You know, saying we're this band, you know how we sound, but let us know how you see it. And on the first album I worked with them on, Pandemonium, we were just talking about, you know, they were playing a song and I went, for example, I would go, is that the best you can come up with, really? Because I know that there's something hidden down there somewhere, but they were just stuck somewhere in, oh, I just do this, or oh, I just do this. So there was like we put somehow a question mark to everything. You know, is this the best? Is this the best drum part, or should it change? Or is this the best played guitar part, or should we do something different here? And we were also talking about things that they were listening to at that time, other albums and bands, and kind of analyzing. But you know, saying you like this and this band, so why don't we analyze what they're doing? How are they incorporating things into their songs that are modern but still keeping the vibe of the band very much? And they were completely open to that, and that's not very often. Sometimes bands are open to a certain extent, and when you start going a little bit too deep, they will go, oh no, because we used to do it like this or something. But Pretty Maids have been just like, hey, as long as it's not stupid what I suggest, but you know, keeping it within what the genre, what feels right in the genre and what feels right for the band, then it's fine, I think. And that's, I'm not gonna say that's a huge difference between them and other bands, because I've worked with other bands who are like that, but it's very, you would normally think that it's very rare for a band of their stature and age that they are open to new suggestions from a young guy like me, but they really were, and I think that's why it came out so great.
How many I have? So, Mr. Ronnie, what happened yesterday?
Yesterday, we arrived yesterday, fucking jet lagged, and went out to the sushi bar, had some sushi, some beers, some sake, and I think we did sing a little Bee Gees, as far as I remember.
Having the time of your life, you need that girl.
Oh, sorry.
Hello, okay. What that scene?
Hey, yo.
Drinking all the beer in Japan.
Yeah. What did he say?
This.
Oh, really? Oh, he gave the international finger.
What he did say was that we couldn't sing ABBA, so we've got to do something else now.
Yes.
Okay, here we go. Now we go in, we're going to switch from ABBA into the Bee Gees.
Yes.
Oh.
It sounds like...
Finally, tragedy.
In your eyes and the pouring sun, I feel you touch me in the pouring rain. When the moment that you prepare me, I wanna feel you in my arms again.
You wanna come in and have an eat?
Ronnie! Yeah! 最高 Yeah! Wow.